Today I'll be counting down the top 10 greatest Christmas movies. With the lack of quality movies out in theaters and a string of bad reviews I've written this year, I wanted to put together a list of something more positive. And what better than a list of the movies from the most nostalgic genre? As almost all Christmas movies are fictionalized, it's important to emphasize how important it is to base things on real truth and emotion.
Sentimental hogwash.
But that's enough sap. Let's hop into it. As a reminder, this is based on my opinion, so let me know where I went wrong, what I missed, and what you would change. Let's go. At number 10, Die Hard.
Come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs.
This is the only movie on the list that would be deserving and warrants a trip to the theater to rewatch with surround sound.
What does he think he's doing?
Die Hard is your untraditional holiday scenario that seems like a fantasy your cousin might dream of while passed out on eggnog. John McClane perfectly embodies the Christmas spirit of empathy and kindness as he slashes bad guys to save the hostages, including his wife and daughters, from a group of terrorists. The endless action is eye candy for anyone who has trouble appreciating the classic Christmas movie. Die Hard is a feel-good with unpredictable action, an energetic lead, and memorable dialogue, which makes it more fun to watch the next time. On to number 9, Santa Claus.
Do you want this doll or not? Go back to sleep.
Call me a millennial, but Santa Claus is one actor and one actor only. Tim Allen. Say what you want about Kurt Russell, Richard Attenborough, or even Billy Bob Thornton. Tim Allen balances the struggle of being Santa Claus with the excitement. You can feel the secondhand stress of responsibility he has for his elves, the children of the world, and his own family. Tim Allen's character, Scott, has to take the role of Santa Claus right before Christmas.
You killed him!
Did not.
Just as stress reaches an all-time high, his son Charlie reminds him and his audience why all of this is worth it. He's likable, trustworthy, endearing, funny, and wears that beard well. What more could you want from Santa? Number 8, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
I've got presents!
Behind the distraction of muggles, the ministry, and magic in J.K. Rowling's adapted series' first movie is the tear-jerking story of an orphan's first holiday celebrated with friends.
Happy Christmas, Harry. Happy Christmas, Ron.
While many things made this a great movie, watching Harry Potter's face light up as he spent his Christmas with traditional decorations made this a fantastic movie. Feasts line the table for all to eat, warmth from his friend in Gryffindor, snowfall outside the windows, handmade sweaters, and gifts for everyone. As Harry soaks in this new feeling that most of us take for granted, we are all teleported back to that nostalgic feel from our first Christmas when we got what we wanted. The long hallways, candle lighting, tall ceilings, and trees in every room are what make Gryffindor such a magical watch for Christmas. At number 7, A Christmas Story.
Okay, Black Bart, now you get yours.
This adaptation of Gene Shepard's 1966 All Others Pay Cash set the tone for a decade of extreme consumerism that was the 80s. This story follows Ralphie, a grade school boy who dodges bullies, snowballs, and his father with the hope of earning his dream gift. A Red Ryder carbon action 200-shot range model air rifle. The hope and quaint middle American culture is reflective of Christmas culture and contagious after watching.
I can't put my arms down!
Common quarrels of everyday school, neighborhood dares, and prying parents shower over his one single purpose: to find his dream present. Only until he gets his gun do we get the best laugh when his Christmas prophecy nearly comes true.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Still, the resilience of a little kid breaks all types of parental control. At number 6, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Shitter was full!
This slapstick comedy strikes a little too close to home for the unorthodox family. Chevy Chase faces grotesque in-laws, absent-minded grandparents, squirrels in his tree, demanding kids, while still managing to keep his cool. Most of the movie. For every perfect Christmas, there are 7 like the Griswolds. Watching Christmas trees go up in flames or electrocuting yourself is more on par with the real Christmas experience than any Hallmark card you get for $5.99 at the mall. The story is hilarity because it's rooted in truth. On to number 5, Klaus.
You have a gift.
Klaus is the most recent movie on this list and could deserve a higher spot in 10 years once the nostalgia increases. This animated Christmas tale tells the story of Jesper, a failed student, now postman,
Jesper Johansson, postman.
who's stationed in the wintry north just to run into Klaus, a recluse, quiet monster of a man. Jesper's quirky persistence makes Klaus realize his ability and the effect he could have on the sad town of Smearensburg.
The unhappiest place on earth.
The themes of selflessness and hope are what make this an easy watch and entrancing origin story of a more realistic Santa Claus. Add this one to your list immediately if you haven't seen it. At number 4, The Grinch Stole Christmas. I'm grouping the animated version with Steve Carey's as they tell the same story. Steve Carey's version takes the cake for me as he delivers some of the more diverse laughs that don't have the same delivery in the animated version.
Excellent, yeah.
The Grinch, a grumpy recluse who tries to ruin Christmas for Whoville with his trusty dog and a past of spite from his childhood. It takes the innocence of a young girl to change his opinion about people and grow his heart from the shriveled remains. The Green Monster takes a Christmas story like Scrooge and makes it more relatable to a modern audience. Now, I don't have to speak much about this movie, because unless you've been living under a rock for the last 20 years, you've probably seen it. But it is damn good. Before we hop into the top 3, here's a couple clips from some movies that just missed this list.
You think you're so smart with that blanket. What are you gonna do with it when you grow up? Maybe I'll make it into a sport coat.
Are there any Polar Express passengers in need of refreshment?
I can take off my head to recite Shakespearean quotations.
I'll take you down. I'll take you down. That no one's ever gone.
Yeah.
Now on to our top 3. Starting us off, Home Alone.
Hello.
Macaulay Culkin, the prince of Christmas actors, made an entire career from one holiday franchise. Like Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter, Macaulay Culkin will forever be Kevin McAllister when you see him on the big screen. In this holiday comedy, Kevin lives out every kid's fantasy as his family mistakenly leaves him behind for their Paris trip.
Ma'am, I'm 8 years old. You think I'd be here alone? I don't think so.
The excitement of unlimited sugar and freedom quickly sours as 2 thieves try to rob his house. After setting traps everywhere, Kevin relies on quick wits to outsmart his home invaders. And let's not forget the performance from Made Man himself, Joe Pesci. Home Alone is another classic, but doesn't even compare to the next 2. And our runner-up spot goes to Elf. The right actor meets the right character in this Jon Favreau-directed goofy classic. Buddy is a misunderstood elf who realizes his oafish figure resembles a human more than those who raised him. His free and innocent spirit loosens the uptight culture of New York City. His diet, incredible Lego building, and ability to cheer anyone up rivals his biological father's strict, no-nonsense, business-first attitude.
Let's get it over with.
I walked all day and night to find you.
You look like you came from the North Pole.
It's exactly where I came from.
The dichotomy of these characters reaches a climax with the appearance of Santa Claus in Central Park. Hope and togetherness shine through as Buddy and his family take on the park's police force and regain the faith of local New Yorkers. This is the easiest watch on this list, which in my opinion makes it so special.
Oh, I forgot to give you a hug.
And without further ado, and to no surprise, the number 1 spot, It's a Wonderful Life.
Look, Daddy, teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
That's right. That's right.
There's a short list of movies that must be seen in black and white, and this tops that list. It has the romance between George and Mary,
You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Mr. Potter as Scrooge, and the miracle of friendship. It's a Wonderful Life walks us through the highlights of George Bailey's life as his good character saves his family, friends, from different futures. It's not until his guardian angel, Clarence, saves him from suicide does he realize the importance of his actions on his town and the people in his life. The brightest light shines through in the darkest moments. Frank Capra's Christmas Story tops this list because it highlights the importance of the ordinary man who sacrifices for more than himself or money. Because after all is said and done, the richest people in the world are those with friends.
To my big brother George, the richest man in town.
Thanks everyone for watching. If you made it this far, please leave a like and sub, and stay salty.